Dodge Ram 1500 with a 5.7 Hemi. It's a nice one too, guys. Unfortunately, it's in for, ooh, look at these tires. No brakes, guys. I mean, no AC. So, what my job here is to do is find out why the AC ain't working. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna head in the shop, and we're gonna go from there. We're gonna proceed with diagnosing it. I can at least verify if AC on. Remember, guys, max cooling. Please turn the recirc on. I got temp all the way to low, and ladies and gentlemen, absolutely no cold AC. Yes, I can verify. Duplicate it. All right, that's called duplicating the complaint. So, like I say, let's do this. Head to a spot where we can proceed with diagnostic. Y'all know AC is on the it's part of the electrical system, and there's a module for AC. In fact, this is a HVAC module. Okay, so this module is on the bus. Okay, but so there's different procedures you can start with. Okay, you got to have a starting point. You can start anywhere you choose. Okay, there's a plumbing side of the AC system, a distribution side, the electrical side, meaning this module and everything. So you can scan for codes, see if anything will lead you in the right direction there. But all right, guys, so I'm in the shop. Here's the plan, guys. No AC. Even on, I want to say the compressor's not even coming on, guys. All right, now 62,000 miles. What could stop a compressor from coming on? Low on Freon? Yes. And with this being a 16 model, oh my goodness, it's likely R1234YF. Oh my goodness, I had to drag that big old machine out here because nobody have gauges. Nobody have the gauges are gauges. Gauges are designed to measure pressure. Okay, and it's all about the fittings, I guess. So nobody have gauges set up to pressure test, pressure check the new AC system. All right, so I don't want to spend a lot of time, guys. Let's get this car. Before I go drag this machine out, let's look around, visual, see if we can. If I can see oil on the condenser, I'm pretty much going to be assured that it's just low on Freon is leaking from the condenser, right? You see oil all over, it's likely leaking. Well, since talking about it, let's get this thing up in the air and go from there, guys. Stay tuned. Alrighty, guys, here we are, the big 1500 Hemi. All right, no AC, like I say. Well, I'll have to have it running to see if the clutch kicking in. But for the most part, I want to look around. Where's my condenser? Underneath all this stuff. If I can see oily substance all over the condenser, I can't see through there. If I can see oily substance all through the condenser, come on, man, don't make me go get a two. Yeah, this is just panel right there. Do y'all see any kind of? That's the condenser, the black radiator looking thing. And ladies and gentlemen, I do not see oily substance everywhere. So let's look at the actual AC plumbing components, meaning the compressor. There's a compressor. I don't see oil around the lines. Let's go down here. Here go to, I'm looking for any potential. Remember, guys, R12 right here, R1234YF. From what I heard hearing, it has dye already built in it, so there's no need to add dye. Now remember, guys, also if you low on Freon, you have dye in the system and you can't physically see leaks on the outside, there's another piece of AC equipment inside the passenger compartment. That is the evaporator. So if you low and there's no leak out here, you have to check the evaporator. All right, okay. So I don't know, guys. Will a computer pick something up like that? I don't know. I need to scan this thing. I need to do everything I need to do. But let me turn the car on, see if the compressor is even running, guys. All right, hold tight. Alrighty, guys, I got the car on. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, from I can see, I don't know if y'all can see, I zoomed down. That compressor is not on, guys. Oh my goodness, this thing may be low on freaking Freon. That's one of the things that will stop the compressor from coming on. Okay. It's low on Freon. What else will stop the compressor? High pressure. Well, you're not getting high pressure because you're not getting no pressure. Low pressure. Low pressure is one thing that stop the. Oh no. Let me see something. I gotta climb up here, man. This thing is huge. All right. So I'm seeing two connectors down here. This thing likely grounds right here. Whoa. Uh-oh. My compressor on? Yes. Guys, my compressor's on. What did I do? Uh-oh. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? If I hold this up, wait. Y'all saw that? Okay, guys. Yes. Right there. Look. I'm just holding it up. Y'all see where my finger at? Now watch me let it go. And this connector is all the way in. We gotta, look. Yes. Okay, guys. We got a wiring problem. Yes. It's not a plumbing issue. Whew. That is so much better than it being a plumbing issue. Okay, I can't continue to break my back like this. Looks like I can get to that connector better from the bottom, guys. Let me get this truck in the air, guys. Hold tight. All right, look at this big old truck. I had to get on the truck rack. Okay, I got it up. Let's see. Yes, and get a better shot from here, guys. All right, see, I gotta. This I take it. This is a high pressure cutoff switch, but what I was moving was up here, guys. Let's get this unplugged. Yeah, it's all the way on. There's a loose connection. Let me get it unplugged. All right. Is this one piece? There's one. Let me take them both off. Let me see if I can get some of this ridiculous tape. I don't know where the brake is at. I'm gonna try to speed this up. Let's see this. Yeah, I think I'm braking right here, guys. Hold tight. I can't hardly see. Let me get this out of here. Release this tab and this whole wire should come out. I was just moving this and get my connection back. Hey, what is this little? Can y'all see this? This little on this blue and yellow wire, guys. I think we got a problem. We got a problem with this connector. Let me bust this connector apart. I bet, because when I wiggle this, my connection was clicking. Either that or these terminals are spread. What I want to do is I'm gonna take this connector apart. I don't have a problem. I got a problem right here. Let me grab a pick, guys. We're finna go inside this. Yeah, this don't look right. I bet this one I'm losing connection, guys. Hold tight. Let me grab a pick. All right. So if I can't find a connector, I'm gonna go find an old harness and just cut right here and splice in a new terminal in. I need a razor blade to cut back some more here, guys. Yes, we on to something, guys. Hold tight, guys. Let me go find some old wiring harness, I guess, and see if I can find one that look just like this. All right, hold tight. I got something to see. I'm not you got it? No, no. I'm not good. It's work. Hello. What is it? Yes, small. That's all. Yeah, it's on this way. Oh, come on, man. I got my people. So, you just realize? You don't need it. I've been telling you that. Who the heck are you going? Alrighty, guys, here we are. So this is what I'm gonna end up doing, guys. I found the connector off of wire harness. It's similar to this. Really, the only thing I'm importing
concerned with is the terminal. So I dug out one of these terminals, and here's the one that come off of the car. Very similar, guys. Okay, I don't know how this camera, how this video is coming off, but we're gonna do the best we can. So what I did, this is the one come off of it. So I'm just gonna splice this into this, put that into here, lock everything back in place, and see what happened, because I still think my breaking point, or the opening and close of the circuit, is right here. And this, how this happened, I don't know, but I don't got time to figure it out. I just need to fix it and go. So let me splice a little bit off of here. Guys, we do need to solder, use some rosin core solder. We don't want to just electrical tape this. And what's good about this, or I guess an advantage, this is a thicker gauge wire that I'm splicing in. So I'm gonna solder this and then electrical tape it in, and then put it back into the connector. All right, guys, so I have my patented, y'all remember the Milwaukee solder tool. I'm gonna try to my best to get this. I'm gonna do the best I can with the position that I'm in. Okay, how about that? I know I'm gonna get criticized by you electrical gurus out there. Oh my God, I can't believe. I just want to water seal this or pack this. I want to make sure I got some decent contact. Yeah, a lot of guys, back in the day, I would have just electrical taped it. But since learning the importance of soldering this, I choose to do strictly do it the right way now, guys, because I'm under the vehicle where all this moisture and everything else is. So I don't want the connection to stay on point, not just be on point once I fix it. Okay, I don't want to see the car back for the same problem. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's tape this off. Then we're gonna tape up the whole connector. Again, guys, I know, I'm aware this could be a little bit more done, a little bit more professional, but I'm in an awkward position as far as making this repair. I didn't have enough room to do it up top. Alrighty, guys, I got the car back down in the air. Let's fire it up. Let's see how well this connection to the AC. The goal is to get the AC. Remember, guys, you want max cooling? Turn that recirc door on. Alright, let's go outside. Is it blowing? Yes. Let's go see, guys. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all see that compressor running? Yes. Now, let's verify if we fixed the problem. I'm about to do a wiggle test. Okay. Let me climb up here. What was I doing last time? I want to do the same thing I was doing last time. I was moving the wires like this. Look at that. The compressor is still running, guys. Before, when I grabbed this, click, 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 click. Yes, guys, can you say success? All right, I'm highly relieved, guys. Number one, this wasn't a plumbing issue. Number two, I still had to track this down, guys. As far as charging, I don't want to get into how shops charge for such a repair, because the thing is, a lot of shops will charge straight time, like how much time it took to find the problem. But that can hurt a guy that's real good, okay, that has seen these problems and know exactly what to grab and look for. He may finish it in record time and he only get paid no time. So I don't know, every shop has its own way of charging for such a repair. But we'll talk about that on a separate video, how some shops I deal with charge. But now I'm happy the truck is fixed. All right, look at that compressor running. Did my wiggle test, everything good. AC is cold. Ooh, this line is freezing. Guys, this car is fixed. This truck is fixed. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe. Oh, let me get down. And I will see y'all on the next video. Thanks for watching.